Hi all, this is Hani. Welcome back to our channel Code with Hani. Today we are going to solve September day 3 LeetCode challenge, which is find the number of ways to place people 2. So this is a slighted extended version of the question which we have solved yesterday. So here the same, they'll be giving you a 2D array points of size and cross 2 representing integer coordinates of some points on the 2D plane where points of I equals to x of I and y of I. So we define the right direction as a positive x-axis. So if you take in any axis like this, okay, axis will be like, for example, so if it is like this, so right, they are mentioning like this is a right, which is a positive x-axis. Left will be negative x-axis. Up will be positive y-axis. Down will be negative y-axis. So that's what they have mentioned here. So we have to place n people including allies and Bob. Yesterday's question it will be a point A and B. Instead of that, today they have given allies and Bob. So at this point, such that there is exactly one person at every point. Okay. Allies wants to be alone with Bob, so Allies will build a rectangular fence with Allies' position as a upper left corner and Bob's position as the lower right corner of the face. So note that the fence might not enclose any area, that is, it can be line. So fence is nevertheless should be always rectangular. It can be line as well. Okay, if any person other than Alice and Bob is either inside the fence or non on the fence, Alice will be sad. So we have to return the number of pair points where you can place Alice and Bob such that the Alice does not become sad on building the fence. So note that Alice can build a fence with Alice's position as the upper left corner and Bob's position as the lower right corner. So which means in yesterday's question what they told, so A is on the upper left of B. So if A is on the upper left, for sure B will be on the lower right. So the same question, it's the only the being wordings are different here, but the question is same. Okay, so now we have to return the number of points where you can place allies and Bob. Here as well you should not, there are no points on the rectangle or line they make including the border. Okay, now we have to return the count. There we have to return the pair points. It's exactly same. Got it? If you take allies at the position 2 comma 2, 1 comma 1 is not the, none of them are upper right corner. So allies should be on the upper left and Bobbers should be on the lower right. So none of them will, so we are getting the 0. The same answer as yesterday. So what in yesterday's question they have given n as a 50, right? So we have used 3 loops, I and j, then we run k loop to check whether any of the points lies inside, but today they have given n as 1000. So which will, if you use the same answer as s, if we can use, but it will exceed our time limit. So that's what how we are going to reduce that one loop so that we solution can be accepted. Got it? So here the same question as yesterday. So if you watched yesterday's question, you will have a better idea how we can. Yesterday's just point A and point B. Here it is allies and Bob. So here, if for example, I'll just go through this example. Point 6 comma 2, 4 comma 4 and 2 comma 6. So here if you see, if the allies are 2 comma 6, 4 comma 4 can be is allies is at upper left, Bob is at a lower right. So the same 4 comma 4 and 6 comma 2 if you take the same. But if you take 2 comma 6 and 6 comma 2, we can't, because 4 comma allies will become that, because 4 comma 4 is inside the fence. Remember, this is the exact example that I have taken yesterday to solve or to explain the approach. Today also I have taken the same, so it will be having a better clarity. If you haven't solved yesterday's question or didn't watch yesterday's video, I'll highly recommend to watch so that we'll get an idea how we are came to this solution so that it will be useful for us today to optimize this approach. Got it? So here, as we discussed yesterday, so upper left means x will be greater than, so it should be upper left is Alex, correct? So lower right should be Bob. So if upper left means we know x should be lesser than, so for allies if you take point A and point B, so point of the same, so point of A should be lesser than point B of 0 and point of A of 1 should be greater. See, if some point is here, for example, let's have this as a 3 comma 1. So if you see these 2 points you can make, right? This is lower right, which means the x point A of 0 is greater and 1 is lesser than Bob point, right? Yeah. So like this we will know. So and you have to keep on running through the kth loop to figure it out, okay, whether that point is inside or not, right? What if we sort the whatever the given points that they have given? For example, let's sort this, which means 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2 and 3 comma 3. If you sort based on the x, okay, based on the zeroth value, if you sort, our loop will be like this. Now for sure x point A should be lesser than point of B, right? For point of A should be less than or equals to point of B of 0. So we need x of x should be in ascending order. Okay, so if you take this as A and this as a B, this should be lesser than this. So if you sort x, so point A of 1 should be greater than B of 1, right? So what we will be doing, if you sort x in ascending and y should be in descending. Okay, if you sort like that, in case of the same 1 comma 1 come or 1 comma 2 comes, let's assume, so here 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 2. Okay, if 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 2 comes, so now our that array will be 1 comma 1 like this, because on x is this 1 which is sorted, why this is the descending, right? So yeah, 2 comma 2 and 3 comma 3, like this it would have sorted. Now this 3 comma 1 and 1 comma 2 might form a fence, but not 3 comma 1 and 1 comma 1, because 1 comma 2 will be already, if you take 3 comma 1 and 1 comma 1, what it will now, what will be our, now this will become present inside the fence, right? So allies will get sad, right? So that's why we are sorting like this, and we'll be updating our y min, x min and y min of the previous point. Now earlier y min will be, we'll be having 4 variables, okay, of storing what is the x min, what is the x max, and what is the y minimum, what is the y max. So now you, since it's a descending order, our y A will be our y max, because that should be on the upper left, right? So this will be our y max, but y min will be getting updated to, earlier it will be the infinite minus infinite. Okay, now once you have updated like this, now okay, this 2 points doesn't form a fence, so when this will come with the next point, now you know the y minimum now is 2, so which is already greater than point B of 1. So if it is lesser, for example if it is 1 comma 0, okay, then this doesn't interact, so this should be greater than the y min. So then only it will form a fence. So like this we will store for this point whatever the y value comes. Next, for all, for example, for this is the x alias. If you took all the, for all the bobs, you will be keep on updating the y mean. If this one, whenever you're forming the fence, so then you will be updating the y min. Okay, so that the, for the next point, based on this y min, the above point or occurs in the line or not, we know. Got it? So by then we avoid this k loop. Okay, one based on the sorting. Now maybe if you just run through the example, we'll have a better idea. Just take a look. As we discussed, I have told why we are going with this ascending and why we are going with this descending. So the by descending value, because as we have seen yesterday, we know for any point AB should be upper left and lower right. Point of A of 0 is lesser than or equals to point B of 0, right? As see here, point A of, let's assume this is a point A and this is a point B. Point A of 0 should be lesser than point B of 0. So if two points should be on the upper left and lower right, then point A of 0 should be lesser than. So in the sorted array, x should be always in the ascending order and y should be in the descending order. That's the only reason we are sorting accordingly, so that now we'll be traversing through the points of I and I plus 1. Okay, from the point. Now once you sort, what will be your answer here? This is the array that you have taken. Now after sorting, what will be your answer? It will be 2 comma 6 comma 4 comma 7 comma, right, because it is all the x are in ascending and all the y's corresponding to will have only 6. So 4 has 7 as well as 4. This is descending. Okay, now you understood. Got it? This is how the points would have got updated. Now point of A. Now we will be taking this as a point of A. Okay, this. So what will be our point A is 2 comma 6. Okay, so minimum x minimum. So in this, whatever the points you are taking, that should be the minimum. Other than that, it will be, so x can be from x of x a of x a comma plus infinity. So because on the lower right, x can be anything after this point, right? So that's why. So minimum can be point A of 0, maximum can be infinite for any point A, which this, if aliases on the upper left, Bob should be on the lower right. So this is how the x values will be, right? So this is our x. Whatever should be on the lower right can be range, the x values can be ranged from 2, and if something so that's why we are giving x minimum should be point A of 0, maximum can be infinite. So y should be, this should be the max. So on after this, it should, any point if it is on top, that will not, we won't consider. So this is the max. So y max is point A of 1 and y minimum is minus infinity. It can be anything and down. Okay, I hope this you guys would have understood why we are taking this 4 variables. Now for j in range I plus 1 comma length of the points. Why we are taking I plus 1? Because we have already sorted. Okay, so if you are taking any point here, the before points will be having value less, x values will be lesser, right? So we want always values greater than. So that's why we are taking I plus 1 comma length of the points. Points B will be points of j. So now our point of B will be 4 comma 7. Okay. Now you have taken 4 comma 7 here. So 4 comma 7 is greater than the 6. So will it be considered? No. Now next it will come 4 comma 4. So 4 comma 4. So if it was something inside here, let's assume 4 comma 7 is outside is greater than 6, so it will not, hmm, because this ally should be on the upper left, so Bob should be on the lower right, so it is not, it is on the upper right, not lower right, right? So now if you think, if you have, now you have only 4 comma 4. Now what will be doing, this is lesser than, y of 1 is lesser than, sorry, y min is greater than, y max is 6, which is greater than or equals to point b of 1 infinity, right? Because anything below 6 can be considered, so minus infinity. So point b of 1 is 7. 7 is greater, sorry, now it is 4 comma 4, right? So here 4 is greater and 4 is lesser than or equals to 6, so it can lie on here as well. Okay, so if so, as in both conditions are satisfying, now I am incrementing my count to 1. Okay, now my x-min will be point of 0. Now my x-min will get updated to here, this one. It was point a of 0, right? Now this both is forming a fence. Now you will be updating this as your x-min. So when the next point is coming, you know, okay, something was already exist on this rect. Now this is your updated x-min. So x-min will be your point of b of 0, which is 4, and your y max will be, sorry, y min will be, earlier it was 6, now it is 4. Got it? Yeah. Now this both can, so why you are updating your y min here? Here means, so now if you have another point, okay, which is 4 comma 3. Now we have another 4 comma 3. Let's assume here. Okay, now 4 comma 3 comes. Now we are y min got updated. So point b of 1 is what? 4 comma 3. 3 is greater than 4. No. So now you know something which is greater to this point exists. To this point already it form a fence. Now if you form this fence, our y min was already got updated, right? Now this is not 4 4 is, sorry, and point b of 1 is 3. 3 is greater than 4. No. So we know something greater than this was already formed a fence. So yeah, that won't form. Next 2 comma 6 also 2 comma 6 comma 6 comma 2 also won't get formed. So with 2 comma 6 you can form only with 4 comma 4. Understood? Now again till 4 comma now you got it right. Now I will go 4 comma 7. So for this 4 comma 7, y min will be 4 and y max will be 7, right? 4 comma 7. Now points of j will be 4 comma 4. Initially it will come, so for sure this both can form, right? But 4 comma 3 can't form. See, let's see, because 4 comma y min will get updated to 4. Now it will check point b of 1 is 4, which is greater than our y min is now minus infinity. See, now this is 7. 7 can form anything lower than this. So initially it will be minus infinity. So it can form fence with 4 comma 4. Got it? So yeah. Now point B of 1 is 4, which is less than or equals to 7. 4 should be lesser than 7 and greater than our y min. That's it. Okay, greater than your previous y min. So now you got this point. Now this is your new point A. So what you have to update now, point B of 0 will be y max is no matter what this will be. Now y minus r 4. So yeah, now to the same line we know now already 4 comma 4 got updated. So now it r y minus 4 or point B of 1 is 3. 3 is greater than 4. No, if it is greater than 4, okay, when you have traversed in a descending order, what that's why we are sorting our x in a sorting our y in a descending order, so that whatever the first in the same x, whatever the first y comes, if you take it and update it to a y min, the down as it goes downwards when y we know, okay, this is present. So instead of our k loop, we are finding out no for this y. That's why we are sorting it in a descending order for the y. Okay, first whatever first comes, with that you will be updating your y min. So the same to the same point, if anything else comes, we won't consider. Got it? Now the x min and y min will not allow this 4 comma 3. So now it will go to 4 comma 3. With 4 comma 3 we can form 6 comma. So now the count will go to 2, because 4 comma 7 and 4 comma 4 can form a fence, right? Now 4 comma 4 it will come. 4 comma 4 can form a fence with 4 comma 3 but not with 6 comma 2. Now it will come 4 comma 4. Okay, point of A is 4 and y max is also 4. For sure, whatever the points coming, that will be greater than your point A of 1. So now your point B of 1 is 4 comma 3. Y minus minus infinite. So 3 is greater than minus infinite. So our x min will be point B of 0, which is 4, and this is 3. Got it. Now our count would have got updated to 1. Count. Okay. So this and this can form. Now 6 comma 2 will come. Okay. If you think of forming like this fence, 4 comma 3 is on the plane. So how we will check that? Now our y minus 3, right? And here is 2. Point B of 1 is 2 is lesser than or equals to 4. So here y max is 4. So 2 is lesser than or equals to 4, but our y minus here 3. So which is not. So now we know some point got uh, got updated in the fence area. Got it. So yeah, so anything it comes, so 4 comma 2 or 5 comma 2, anything if it comes which would have got updated are y min already. So yeah, whatever comes in this will have a y min which is greater than point B. Okay, so yeah, if something comes in that fence, so based on this y min, that's why we are updating our y min. So if it comes in the same line above also, we would have got updated our y min. So it does in the rectangle also, here 3 and 2. So now our y min is 3, which is greater than our point B. So basically point B of 1 should be have y min lesser than point B of 1 should be lesser than our y-min, then only that point is valid. If not, we know something other is present in that fence, so allies can't form the fence. So now our count got updated to 3. Now for this 4 comma 3, now next will come 4 comma 3. Yeah, for this 4 comma percent, yeah, this both can form a fence. Now the count got updated to 4. Got it? Yeah, so for this 2 comma 6, we can form a fence with 4 comma 4. That's it. For 4 comma 7, 4 comma 4. So 4 comma 4, 4 comma 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. In total, we can form 4 fence. And why we are updating the y-min and x-min, we know, so that if it is present, instead of running through the k loop and figure it out whether it is present in the fence, so we have sorted it because we wanted always x should be greater, x should be in ascending order and y should be in a descending order. Y should be in descending order, so that we'll have a first higher y value, which because only one can form a fence, other if it is lies in the same x-axis or same y-axis we can't form, right? So based on that, x-min and y-min will know, since it's a descending order, the y is in descending order, so we know that yeah, already some fence, some other pointers present in between, so we can't form with this based on this y-min points. Yeah, if not, if something is not present, then for sure we can form. By sorting, we are avoiding the n cube. So for sorting will be n log n plus, for this two loops, our time complexity will be order of n square. So in total it is order of n square. Space complexity is order of, and we are not using anything extra space to compute other than this 4 variables. Okay, so yeah, I hope this makes sense to you guys. If you have any questions or concerns, please do leave a feedback in the comment section. I'll be happy to help. So I'll be providing the GitHub link to the solutions in all the languages. Please do check it out. If you still didn't understand, try to debug it on your own for better clarity. If you like my video, please do like, subscribe and share it with your friends. That will highly motivate me to do more videos daily. Yeah, thanks for watching.